Hi, Coach Christine Randall here. Thank you for checking out my channel. And today I want to talk to you about morning routines, morning rituals. It's really a hot topic in the personal development world, and it's a hot topic for a reason. The most successful people in the world, high performers, which if you're here, you're either a high performer or you're a high performer you're growing into being a high performer. It's what you want. High performers, most successful people in the world, all have something in common, and they all are people that have a morning routine, a morning ritual. My top performing clients all have morning routines and morning rituals, every single one of them. So I want to share with you some of the highlights of the things that I think and have been proven to work for them and others and myself. So what I want to talk to you about today, let me start with this. Let me ask you a question. Do you get out of bed saying to yourself, I'm ready to go, I'm excited about the day ahead, I have a plan, I have a target, I have a purpose? Is that you? Congratulations if it is. If it's not you and you get out of bed with a little bit of dread, or there's a lot of chaos already either in your mind or in your environment, this is a great video for you, and it's a way of taking back the control and owning your day. So let's get right into it. When I talk about morning rituals, this is a subset of my Design Your Day for Success. And actually, this is, I would think, the most important part of your DYD, or your Design Your Day for Success. If you only do this in your DYD, the rest of it will really come to pass. But this is really, really important. So when we talk about a morning ritual, I think there's one thing that I see missing from some of the videos and some of the thought leaders is it really starts the day before, actually the night before. If you're going to have a morning ritual, you have to keep that in mind when you are about to go to bed. You have to be thinking about what the next morning is going to do or bring to you, or what your intention is for the next day. So it's really important that the night before you put those thoughts in your mind, and your action should follow. In other words, if you have this plan for the morning and you stay up super late watching Netflix, or staying out, or going out drinking, or doing other things that you know means the morning's not going to work out that well for you, then you've already abandoned your plan. So the night before is really the important thing. I would say it's probably the most important part of your morning is the night before. So I'm going to give you 7. That was like just a little insider tip. So I'm going to give you 7. I guess that can be considered the 8th one, but I'm going to give you 7 tips and strategies that you can, each of them can be shorter or longer. And what I mean by that is, in each of these 7, if you are someone that is going to wake up really early and give yourself over an hour to do a great morning routine, then you could really fully embrace this. If you are someone that there's no way that's going to happen, I don't want you to think that if I don't do this whole hour and a half thing, then it's not good. And I think that's a really important thing that I want you to get out of this video, is that you can have a morning ritual and routine, even if it's a bit shorter, in each of these 7 categories. These 7 categories are really important. If you could do a little bit in each, I promise you it's going to make a big difference in the way you approach each day. So number 1, let's get right into it. Number 1 is you want to say to yourself, what is my today I am, and then fill in the blank. So today I am going to be intentional. Today I'm going to be proactive. Today I'm going to be focused, structured. Today I'm going to be disciplined. Today, and you see it's all positive words. I'm not saying today I'm not. Today I'm not. It's more of today I am. I am. And I'm putting that out there to the universe. I'm putting that out there for my ears. And I'm saying today I am. Today I'm going to be intentional. My strong recommendation is that you write this as well. Strong recommendation. But if you're not going to do that, at the very least, today I am. So I'm going to give you ways that you can do it easily and ways that I prefer that you do it, because I just want you to do it. Okay, number 2 is something where you're doing some sort of meditating, breathing, priming. Tony Robbins has his priming. It's about a 12 to 15. He says it's 10 minutes, but the videos I've watched is really 12 to 15 minutes. It's great. You know, he does the whole breathing thing. It's really great. It really sets you off. Or you can listen to a Joe Dispenza morning meditation. His are a little longer. I think he has a couple that are like 10 minutes, but most of them are longer. Amazing meditations, he's wonderful at that. Or you can do, if you don't have enough time for either one of those, or you're not wanting to try those, you can do a simple breathing. And the breathing could be you're breathing in through your nose for the count of 8, and you're holding it for 4, and then you're slowly breathing out from your mouth for 8. 3 or 4 rounds of that will definitely bring your cortisol levels down, and it will make you start to feel calmer inside. During that breathing, if that's what you choose versus the videos that I just talked about, I want you to think of 3 things you're grateful for. And you can be simple things or big things, but really at least 3 things that you're grateful for. Try to pick different things every day. It doesn't have to be that way, but you really want to put it out there. You want to start to bring that abundance, gratitude into your life. There's so much evidence about gratitude and its impact on the way we look at the world. And I know some people think they have nothing to be grateful for, but I bet you if you really try, you can find a few things to be grateful for. Again, they don't have to be major big things. The gratitude, the breathing, and the journaling and the meditating can all be at the same time, the same thing, because I'm trying to make sure you have time for all of this. You can meditate, and then you could write the gratitude down. You can think of it while you're doing that, and then you could write it down when you're done. I think writing it down is really important. The third is some sort of movement or exercise. Now, this is all part of your morning routine. So if you're someone that works out in the morning, that satisfies this. Some people work out in the morning, some people don't work out at all, and some people work out in the evening. Morning workouts tend to be people that stick to their routines. There's a lot of studies done on that. But if you're someone that it just is not possible in your day, then at least in the morning, do some sort of stretching, movement, get the blood flowing, go for a quick walk if it's possible. If you go for a walk, you could do some of these other things while you're going for the walk. So you're still doing a morning routine. They're not all these distinct things. Okay, this, then I do this, then I do this. You can do some of these together. These are just elements that should be part of it. Let me say that. So movement, exercise, push-ups, jumping jacks, stretching, yoga stretches, walking, high knees or just knees if you can't do that. Whatever your body is able to do. If you're someone that can't use their legs, do some arm things. You can do something to move. For most people watching this, I know maybe some people can't move at all, but for most people watching this, you can do that. So that would be a number 3. Then you want to, for number 4, and this is really important, is what are my 3 non-negotiables, 3 musts for the day? What are those 3 musts? The 3 things that must get taken care of today. I must do them. I'm proactively doing them. They're not like, well, I hope it happens, or maybe it will happen. It's like, no, I'm making sure these 3 things get done today. Now, these 3 things are best to be the things that, if they're done and you're doing, they're part of you getting those goals. And this video is not about your goals, but when you're thinking of your 3 musts for the day, your 3 non-negotiables, one of them could be my morning routine is a non-negotiable for my day. My new morning routine is a non-negotiable. Another one could be I want to make sure I'm reading today. That's part of the morning routine, which we'll get to, but that could be a non-negotiable. Another non-negotiable could be, like for me, a certain amount of push-ups, 60 push-ups that I want to do. Haven't done them because I hurt my back, but need to do my 60 push-ups. That's a non-negotiable. That rolls into the number 5. And number 5 is have I time blocked my day, and that's in the other video that I talk about, Design Your Day for Success. You can take a look at that. Morning ritual is sort of a subset of that. But if I design my day for success, I call it DYD, Where in the time blocking of that is my non-negotiable? And I want to just give you a little help on that. If you're in sales and you're a financial advisor, if your non-negotiable is a certain amount of phone calls that you need to make, or outreaches or dials that you need to make, put that in your time block as a non-negotiable. So you are not doing anything else in that time. You're not looking at emails, you're not answering texts, you're certainly not scrolling. That is what you're doing during that time. Little sidebar here, Jeb Blount, who's a famous trainer, he's got wonderful books. He talks about the golden hours of your day if you're in sales. And the golden hours are when you are only doing outreach. You are not, absolutely not doing anything but outreach. That should be a time block for you if you are financial advisors, which a lot of my followers are financial advisors. If you are in any kind of sales, if you are in a different kind of business, there might be something that absolutely moves the needle the most for you in your business, and you want to make sure it's time blocked. If you're someone that is in health to fitness, my workout or my food prep, non-negotiable. So that should be in your time block. So 4 and 5 really go hand in hand. I mentioned a little bit before, number 6 is journaling. If you can start journaling a little bit, it's so helpful to just, dump it all out there for yourself. And part of the journaling could be your gratitude, which I strongly recommend. Today I am, and my 3 musts for the day, and then a little bit of thoughts about how you're feeling or what you're thinking in that journaling. It doesn't have to be too long, 10 minutes. Sometimes I have to force myself to stop doing it because I'm like, I need to get on with the rest of my morning ritual. And then the 7th is a really important part of your morning ritual. And I want to refer to Warren Buffett. Everybody knows who Warren Buffett is. And he was asked, Tony Robbins asked him, what's like the best advice that you can give to investors, to people? I mean, this guy is well known. Obviously, everybody knows who Warren Buffett is. And Warren Buffett said something that surprised Tony, and he said, invest in your education of yourself. No one can ever take that from you. That is the best investment you can give to yourself. Reading is the easiest way to educate yourself. The easiest way. Now, here's a little insider's tip. You can listen to books while you're doing your exercise, and you can check that off as I'm educating myself. You can listen to, I think podcasts count too, but I would say reading a book, either reading or listening to a book, would be my strong recommendation. And you can do it in the morning when you're in, if you have the time in your morning routine, 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, reading, and having a goal of how many books you want to read a year would be, or a month would be really, really a great little challenge to give to yourself. If you want to do it when you're exercising, like walking, I don't know if like when you're lifting weights, if you can really get a lot out of reading a book, but maybe you can, I don't know, or listening to a book. But Tony talks about net time. So a lot of things that we talk about with morning rituals, it can sound overwhelming if you think of them as all these like separate things you have to do, but you can combine them together, and together they create this morning routine. And what happens is you start your day not from chaos, but in gratitude. You start your day not with being a pinball in a ball in a pinball machine, but being being proactive. You start your day from somebody that is feeling overwhelmed for somebody that is very much feeling in control. The end results of all of that is that you have a win. I talked about it in another video. Win, you want to stack your wins, because all of a sudden that person that didn't want to get out of bed jumps out of bed because they know exactly what the day will bring to them, because they're in control. All of us want to be in control of our days. There's a lot coming at you internally, externally, lots of things. why not start your day in a way that you can control it? I hope that this helped you. I know that if you implement even a couple of these ideas, you're going to see a transformation. If you implement all of these ideas, you're going to see dramatic transformation. No question about it. Give it a little time, and all of a sudden, you will start to notice that your thoughts are different. And when our thoughts and behaviors are positive, thoughts and feelings are positive, our behaviors are positive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little gift. I'm going to create a worksheet, and it's going to be in the comments here. It's going to be these 7 things. I hope you took notes anyway. That's how you remember things, is taking notes. But I'll have it, and you can make copies of it and use it every day. It's not going to be fillable, so you'll have to just fill it in yourself. But print it out. You won't have to give me your email or anything, but you can if you want. And you can use this and let me know. It would mean so much to me if you would let me know the impact this morning routine will have on you if you're trying it. In addition, when people hear from the person, the presenter, maybe it doesn't impact them, but when people hear from other people that listened to the video and actually took action on it, and then you put it in the comments, that might be just the thing that gets somebody else to take action and change their life. So never underestimate the impact of what you do and what you say that it has on other people, because you just never know if you're going to be the one that gets them to really make the change that they need to make. So please like, subscribe, comment, share it. Let me know what you think, and use all the steps. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Have a good rest of your day.